The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tannehill. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. They'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he will have a Titans 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Tannehill on 3rd down. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. Bullock's kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021? That's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive and get some points of their own. And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Looking to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Out come the Titans now. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Henry again on 2nd down. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Robert Woods got to close out his 5-year tenure in Los Angeles as a Super Bowl champion. Remember, he began in the NFL with the Buffalo Bills. What a nice ending there out on the West Coast for a consistent receiver who was lost with injury 9 games into 2021. Now, on his next great adventure in Tennessee, where he can immediately form a nice duo with A.J. Brown. Good play from the man they call Bobby Trees.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he'll just get rid of it. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Henry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Tannehill. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will make it 6-0. Distance wasn't the problem, but he did need some help from the right upright, and he got it. A little kiss and in.
Yeah, unfortunately caught on the inside of the upright, and that pushed it through. This isn't like a baseball foul pole where you hit any part of it and it counts. It's got to go through the post. If he hits it on the outside, that's no good.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Second and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. This from 32 yards away. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the defending champs, the Eagles, who got the win on the road. Jalen Hurts, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. Rondale Moore, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Taylor Heineke, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. And meanwhile, for the Titans, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. No run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustment it's made in the locker room. Haven't And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill.
Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Here's Tannehill. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Henry up the middle. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Tannehill. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Inside handoff, Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To throw is Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. Bullock's kick is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The New York set to take the field. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. 2nd and 9 now. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught. It's Woods. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Tannehill.
Running the slant, that's Hooper. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Tannehill.
Caught by Woods.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Tannehill throwing again. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet.
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise.
And the Titans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Tannehill looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
2nd and 4. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And this is caught at the 8. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Tennessee, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.
It's week 2 of the National Football League, and we've got the Panthers' bruising running back. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Fielded right around the 8. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here. And at quarterback, his second season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold was one of the big-time early season stories of last year, leading Carolina to a 3-0 start with some really good play. Only one win the rest of the way, however. Not quite the change of scenery boost the Panthers hoped for after getting him from the Jets. You have to think in his 5th season, he will need to play some of the best ball of his career to remain as a starter for Carolina.
He gets it to Thomas. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Third and 2, Darnold. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Powers through him. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 108 for the yardage and the score, too.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
So the completion good for just 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hubbard.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the 50, it's Darnold.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 42. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. There he goes left side. 20, 10, 5. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And now out come the Giants. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City.
Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here.
At their own 27. To throw is Darnold.
It's the Commanders who have scored again and build on to their lead.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Looking sideline, incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Darnold. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
To the air again, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. He completes it to Beckham. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First down for Odell Beckham Jr. We can finally say it, partner. OBJ got his ring. Really fit in with the Rams once he got there and was invaluable in leading them to a Super Bowl victory. Suffered a knee injury in that game, but he's back and ready for an encore in 2022.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
That's complete to Chuba Hubbard.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Here's Darnold. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
On 2nd and goal, Darnold. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Darnold to throw again. Flush to his... And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Eddie Pinheiro on now.
He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So he'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Second down and 10, Darnold.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold.
They'll run the screen with Hubbard.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for, no gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. Out of the gun now on third down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The Giants had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
They'll drop to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Giants are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Play action. It's Darnold. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here that's complete. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he's got room. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught at the 7. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Taylor Heineke, 4 touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. It's Mac Jones with a touchdown pass there. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And that one's gone to the half with them leading the visiting Miami Dolphins. Devin Duvernay, a touchdown catch in that first half.
Sorry, Coach.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And we will... to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
It was the 2nd straight season of 9 sacks for Brian Burns, who continues to ascend as one of the league's best young pass rushers.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The drive starts with a handoff to P-Ryan. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, here's P-Ryan. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A toss play. Here's Pirine. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. From the 50, it's Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. A shotgun snap for Darnold.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
And possession switching back to the New York Giants.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Back to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job. Ryan Dado reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
They'll run it here with Pirine. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, open is Thomas.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Darnold on 3rd down. Over the middle to Beckham.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
3 quarters in the books.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Darnold on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now Pirine. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Darnold. He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw complete there to Thomas.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. New York ready to go again offensively. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's a handoff.
And oh, he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
On 1st down, Darnold. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. To throw again on 2nd down, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Darnold. He's going to look deep for Moore. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
This is taken at about the 14. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Panthers coming out now. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Darnold down to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. He's going to look deep for Moore. And got his man complete.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big play there for Carolina. 52 yards.
So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
A 1st down throw, Darnold.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Darnold from the gun. It's caught by OBJ. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Darnold's throw caught by Higgins. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 17, Darnold.
He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a carry for Pirine. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Pirine. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Here's Higgins out of the right side. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will push the lead up to 5.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Giants now down on the scoreboard. A little over a minute to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll manage maybe 10 yards, but they'll surrender that defensively, no problem.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's...
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. Two-time Pro Bowler.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. The numbers for Mixon last week, 20 carries, 70 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. On 3rd down, it's Prescott eluding the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, if they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
2nd and 4.
Looking middle, and that's complete. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
The Giants at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Looking to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Back to throw now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still at a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he could minimize that disadvantage, and he more than held his own and hauled that one in right there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Giants put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Oh, that's right. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And out now come the Cowboys. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
When the Dallas Cowboys traded Amari Cooper, it was certainly a sign of the faith that they have in Michael Gallup to step up and be that type of weapon across from CeeDee Lamb. He hit 1,100 yards back in 2019, but missed half of last year with a pair of injuries. He steps up here and moves the chains.
On play action, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they say it's incomplete.
They bring a lot of pressure already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. To Mixon on the check down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Taken from just outside the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how they play the ball here. No panic panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out, and they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Holding. Offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
To the 27-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Back to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Defense.
So they get the flag for pass interference. Big call there on 4th down.
But it's the right call, and as much as I wanted to see them play through incidental contact, he's definitely there too early.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Giants have regained the lead.
Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. A 10-play drive that time, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his second of this first half. as they'll try again on first down here.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 11.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football, and something they've worked out since the OTAs and minicamps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around.
A no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
Okay, Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. Third and short yardage, Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Oh, what a move. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Prescott on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. First down, Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mixing up the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Prescott. Dumps it off to Mixon. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Prescott to throw it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The kick by Marr is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun to about the 40-yard line.
Second and 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us?
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Offense.
So they'll decline the penalty there and go ahead and keep the yards lost on that last play.
They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
For the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now. Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's the fullback.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Prescott. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A first down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now Prescott on 4th down. Looking deep for Hilton. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Now out come the Giants.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
They'll get this to about the 38. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Looking to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get him down right around the 16. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Giants, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.